It is 110% okay to be selfish. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, BMAC. I should make every Monday motivational / storytelling video from my car. I kind of like this setup, like the whip. No one's going to bother me, well, as long as I don't get ticketed. It's kind of just like a break from my daily activities driving around everywhere, just to talk. Yes. Car vlogs. Very dreary, rainy day out today, as you can see. Although I kind of like rainy Mondays. You know, it's kind of like that start to the week where it's like, all right, well, the weather's not that great outside, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. Really makes me focus on getting things done, so I like it. But with a dreary day, sometimes you need a little motivational pick-me-up, which brings me to today's motivational video topic. I read an article recently that was basically complaining about how new college graduates are acting more and more selfish. And I totally get that times are not the same as they were 15 to 20 years ago. I know that certain aspects of life have completely changed from what they were 20 years ago. But you see, I think the concept of selfish these days is a little bit misconstrued. I think the initial definition, in general, if you say someone's selfish, it's the negative kind of selfish. That person only cares about themselves, they only put themselves first 100% of the time. And that's true. I would agree that is a selfish person. If you said that person's selfish and they were doing those kind of things, yeah, they're selfish. But I also think there's a new definition of being selfish. A new definition of selfish that is increasingly growing in popularity, and it's a 21st century definition of selfishness that I actually try to live my life by. I personally would consider myself a selfish person in this sense. I'm a selfish person in that I do put myself first, and I do focus on myself first when it's appropriate. And there are a lot of actions I take and decisions I make on a daily basis that are in my best interest. Decisions and actions that I think in the long term are good decisions and actions for me. And that sounds selfish. It is selfish, but here's the thing. I put all of those decisions and actions through something I call the one rule test. A test that reminds me of one rule I try to live by when I catch myself perhaps being a little selfish, and it's when the decisions and actions I make, when it's a decision or an action for myself, or my best interest, is at stake. I will commit to that decision or action under the one rule that it doesn't negatively affect or impact anyone else. That's it. It's that simple. Make decisions and take actions that don't negatively impact anybody else. I don't know why, sometimes I feel kind of guilty when I make a decision or make a big purchase for myself, do something for me. Don't know, maybe that's not normal, it's kind of just the thing I have. But when I try to embrace this new kind of selfishness, this 21st century definition of being selfish in a positive way, the decisions and actions I'm taking that are for the betterment of myself feel a lot better because I put them through the one rule test of knowing that everything I'm doing, every decision I'm making, every action I'm taking, that those actions and decisions cannot negatively impact anyone or anything else. By doing that, I'm ensuring that I'm treating myself with the kind of respect that I deserve, but without it costing anyone or anything else on any level. Does that make sense? I swear half these ideas, these philosophies, or whatever you want to call them I have, come to me when I'm like in the middle of working out, and then I write the idea down and make a video about it. But I think with that kind of definition of selfish, you're focusing on yourself, you're making yourself a better person, you're doing good work. By doing all of that and following the one rule test that is not negatively impacting or hurting anyone or anything else, I think that's a damn good definition of selfish. I think it's a good thing, and that in the long run, it actually ends up helping everyone else out, because you're doing what you're meant to do with the life you have by pursuing our goals and actually positively moving in the right direction, which in turn, hopefully, if you have your goals set up and you're doing good work, will actually positively impact the world as a result. I don't think there's any shame in focusing on yourself and making decisions and taking actions that better you, as long as it doesn't negatively impact anyone or anything else. I mean, at the end of the day, you're you. You gotta take care of you. Do you see what I'm going for here? I just think we need to focus less on this negative definition of selfishness and focus more on the positive definition of selfishness. And I know that's not always easy. I know it's not always cut and dry. But by practicing a positive selfishness kind of mentality, I think at the end of the day, it gives us an edge in our pursuit towards our goals and our life dreams and aspirations, which in turn will better the entire world as a whole. And therefore, selfish does not mean what it used to. And now, it's okay to be selfish, so long as you're embracing the positive kind of selfishness. So that's what's on my mind for this week's Monday motivational video. Just a thought or two. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, you can hit me up on my Twitter feed at BMACadelic or comment down below with an advice request you have, something you'd like me to talk about on next week's Monday Motivational video. If you got a question, or if you need advice, or if you have an issue, add me on Twitter or comment it down below. See if I can help you out. But anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay selfish, and I'll see you tomorrow. Stopped raining.